And we're back. And Superman is queer, and we should all rejoice. Let me tell you why. It was just announced that the new Superman is bisexual, and let's break that down a little bit. Tom Taylor is writing Superman, son of Kal-El, where Superman of Earth is 17-year-old Jon Kent, who is the son of Clark Kent, Superman, and the love of my life, Lois Lane. And it was just announced that in the November 9th issue, he will come out as bisexual. He falls for a journalist, just like his dad, who is off-world doing Papa Soup's off-world stuff. But that journalist is his classmate, Jay Nakamura. Listen, if you've been on this channel any amount of time, I think that you know what I'm gonna say, right? And that is that this is good for all. Comics is a storytelling medium that should reflect the people who read it, and that's every race, every gender expression, and every sexuality. Comics should be for all. And there have been some serious strides made just in the amount of time that I've been a comic book reader. I'm not old, I'm not a spring chicken, but all right, listen, okay. And I think that some people are gonna be upset about this. They were. Some people are gonna say this is fan service, and some people are gonna be really touched by it, and I think that that's really what's important. I think every year we make more strides toward comics being for all and representing everybody, even if sometimes it does feel so frustrating, like a sort of one step forward, two steps back sort of situation, as I think a lot of comic fans have felt over the years. But I think that this is really great, and Tom Taylor, the author of Superman, son of Kal-El, was on CNN, which I also think is super cool, talking about how the positive response has been really great. And he had some really touching things to say in his very cool Australian accent.
And I have to say, having seen the reaction today, having seen online what it's meant to people, I've seen so many messages from all over the world in so many different languages, people saying that they saw this news and burst into tears. People saying that they never thought that they would be able to see themselves in Superman. That they wish, older queer people who've said they wish they had this growing up, and they're so happy that younger people or people who haven't come out yet have this today.
And so clearly this means a lot to a lot of people, right? It is so important for marginalized people to see themselves in a realm like in a superhero, right? Somebody who stands for goodness and justice, and that's it, full stop. You know what I mean? And that this is made normal, right? And that we know that, or we should know, that white and straight is no longer the default. And it's 2021. Like, we can't, no thank you. But some conservative legislators here in America who never seem to talk about comics really wanted to use Jon Kent's queerness as a talking point, and really wanted to assert their opinions about bisexuality and also Superman. But there seems to be an overall misunderstanding of what this means, and also who is queer, right? They think that it's Clark Kent, particularly this person, who is a legislator in Arizona, who not only made a pretty egregious typo, but also thinks that it's Clark Kent. It's not Clark Kent, it's Clark Kent's son, Jon Kent. Whatever. Even Dean Cain, who I'm not sure has been relevant since he played Superman in the early 90s on that TV show, went on Fox and Friends on this strange diatribe about how Jon Kent's queerness was not bold, and no one was saying that it was. And then he continued to talk about how if Jon Kent fought against the Taliban for women's rights, that he would read that comic. I guess he kind of gets there because it was revealed that not only will Jon Kent be queer, but also he'll fight for the rights of refugees and stuff, which tracks to me because his dad is a refugee here on Earth. He was sent here by his parents for a better life, right? And if you're a Superman fan, you know that. I don't know, but luckily Dean Cain does not speak for the LGBTQIA community, and he probably won't read these comics. I don't know if he does read Superman comics, but the people who do, and the people who matter, will hopefully read this comic and see themselves in a character that is good and kind and everything else that they deserve to see as part of themselves. Comics should be for all, and Superman is no less super because he is queer. Tom Taylor promises that we'll get all of the good Superman action. He'll punch a robot, he'll go up against Lex Luthor. I mean, all the things you come to expect out of a Superman comic. Like, who cares? Why does it, I guess I'm a little baffled why people are so bothered by it. You don't have to read it, but I think we should all rejoice because this is a step in the right direction. This is a step towards comics for all. I like literally can't say it enough. It's such a simple concept, And yet, like, who can complain? And I say that fully knowing that there are groups out there who will complain. There are groups out there who are specifically standing on the platform of not wanting comics to be for all, for thinking that, you know, Steve Rogers should always be the way Steve Rogers is, and Superman should always be the way that Superman is. And like, there are kids out there who deserve to read comic books too, and deserve to see themselves the way that you saw yourself in the comic books that you read when you grew up. It's like truly not difficult to understand. And I understand feeling threatened because the straight white male superheroes that you've held on a pedestal for your entire life are no longer what you perceived them to be, but that's the times, baby. Choo choo, get on the train or jump off, I guess. And that being said, I think that it's really important for us comics peeps to make sure that everybody feels welcome in this space. It's not hard to welcome people in and to make sure that their ideas and their identities are seen and heard and understood and have a space at the table. And it's our responsibility to make sure that we're doing that as much as we can, right? Particularly white straight folks. I'm one of the two of those, so. You know, we do have a little bit of a responsibility. And again, I'm not saying that you have to care about Superman. If you don't want to read a Superman comic, that's your business, and that's fine. And there's comics out there about everything, about everybody. If you're not seeing yourself represented in some of the mainstream comics that you like to read, there is a wonderful world of indie comics out there for you, and I would urge you to look into that, right? There are people out there, people of color, queer people out there writing incredible comics about things that aren't white straight superheroes. So there is a comic for everybody out there, but it is really great to see mainstream comics taking these really big steps, and I'm excited, all right? And I won't apologize for that. It's been a while, sorry I've been away, but I plan on getting back. I'm gonna read some comics and we're gonna chat about some nerd stuff here, and I'm really excited. I thank you all for your patience with me. I'm also a journalist, if you didn't know that, so I have to do that from time to time. I know, it's not quite as fun, but thank you so much. I wanna know what you think about this, right? I wanna talk to you about how comics should be for all, and you can find me on social media. I'm on Twitter at hello_destiny, and I'd love to chat with you about it. I post a lot of pictures of my dog there, so it's worth a follow just for that, because he's real cute. But yeah, I wanna know, do you feel seen? Do you feel like this is fan service? Do you, I don't know, I wanna know, right? But the key is, we're gonna have a respectful conversation about this. A respectful conversation. I'm using my mom voice. This is my mom voice. We will have a respectful conversation about this. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. And I will see you guys next week, same-ish time, same place. And until then, this has been Nerd News with Destiny.